Hi all, in this video tutorial we are going to see super keyword. Super keyword. So what is super keyword and why it is used? So now we have already seen inheritance, right, where we have parent class and child class, right? So if the names of member variables and member functions are same in both parent and child class, if the names of member variables and member functions are same in both parent and child class, then super keyword is used to avoid ambiguity. Second point, super keyword is used to invoke parent class constructor. So in the previous session we saw, like, if we are creating reference variable of child class and we are assigning child class object to that reference variable, then we can access all the methods or like all the variables which are declared in both parent and child class, right? But what if the names of member variables and member functions are same in both parent and child class? In that case ambiguity will occur, right? So to avoid that confusion, to avoid that ambiguity, we are using super keyword. And super keyword is also used to invoke parent class constructor. So let's see by an example. So this parent.java and child.java we had created before. So what I will do, in parent class I will create one function. Okay, I have already created one variable, protected int x is equal to 70. So I will create one method here. So I'll just write here protected void so. So here actually I will show the value of x. Okay, so I'll just write here the value of variable named x in parent class is, I'll give here x. Okay, and child class also what I will do, I'll create one more variable with the same name. Okay, I'll write here private int x is equal to say 80, and here I'll write here say private I'll make it as a public. Okay, because we will access these variables outside the class. Public int so I'll write here public void so. Okay, and here I'll write here system.out.println the value of variable named x in the child class is x. Okay, so now if you see, if I go to test runner, right, and I will delete all these things. So if I create child c is equal to new child, okay, I give your sysho c dot show, then it will call, sorry, because we will only write c dot show because in the show method we are printing, right, c dot show. Okay, so in this case it will obviously call the show method which is present in child class, or we can say which is declared in child class, right? See, if I execute this program, run as one Java application. So I'm getting the value of variable named x in the child class is 80. Okay. So let me just correct it. Okay. So the value of variable named x is 80. Okay. So if I give here, if I write here say parent p is equal to new parent. Okay. And I'll give here p dot show, then it will obviously call the show method of parent. The value of variable named x in parent class is 70. Okay. So I will just correct this one, the value of variable named x in parent class. Okay, let me run it once again from test runner, run as one Java application. Okay, so now we are creating two objects, right? But if we are going for inheritance, then what is the need of creating two objects? Okay, so with the help of child object, I should be able to access all the methods and all the variables of parent and child class, right? So what we can do in this case, we can use super keyword. Okay, so what I will do here I'll just write here super dot show. Okay, so if I write like this, what it will do, so with the help of child class reference variable, we have assigned child class object to child class reference variable, and we are calling show method of child class. Okay, we are calling show method of child class. Inside this, what I am doing, I am calling the show method of parent class with the help of parent class constructor. The value variable named x in the parent class is x. Okay, so let me show you once again. So I am calling show method of child class. So if I go here, in this show method, I am calling the show method of parent class using super keyword. Okay, using super keyword, I am calling the show method of parent class. So if I run, I'll get the same result. Run as one Java application. See, the value of variable named x in the parent class is 70. The value of variable named x in the child class is 80. So with the help of one object, I am able to access both the methods of parent and child class. So in the same way, we can access the variable using super keyword if the names are same in both parent and child class. So that I showed you. So let me show you one more thing. Say like I have one more variable. Okay, protected. I'll write here protected. Give string. Say name is equal to Rohan. Okay. So I'll give a protected name. String name is equal to Rohan, and here also I'll write here the public string name is equal to Rohan, for example. Okay, or say I'll name it as say Rahul. Okay, so if I write here, if I go here and write here, okay, system.out.println c dot name, right? So obviously it will print the name value of child class, right? Because name is the variable which has been declared in child class, and we are accessing the name variable using child class reference variable. So if I run this one, it will print Rahul, but how can I print Rohan? Okay, so what I can do, So if I write here system.out.println, write here super dot name. Okay, now if you go and run this, Rohan and Rahul, right? So we saw like with the help of super keyword we can access the variables and methods of both parent and child class if the names are same. Okay, now let's see the second case. How can we invoke parent class constructor using super keyword? Okay, so what I will do, okay, so I am deleting this one. So as I said before that we are using we are using constructor to initialize variables, right? So I'll create one constructor here. So I'll write here, say public parent. Okay, so here I'll write here int x. Okay, and I'll write here this dot x is equal to x. Okay, this is the parent class constructor where I'm initializing the value of x. Similarly, if I go to child, okay, so what I will do, so here also I'll protected int x, so I'll just give here public child. Okay, and here also I give here int x, and I'll give here this dot x is equal to x. Okay, but if you see it is throwing one error here. So it is throwing one implicit super constructor parent is undefined. So what I have to do here, I have to give like this super, and I'll give something like, say, I'll give some value, say x. Okay, so what I will do now, so I have deleted all these things, right? So this one also I'll delete it. So if you see now, in the parent class I have one constructor where I am initializing the value of x. So in the child class I have one constructor where I am initializing the value of child class variable x. Okay, so if I go to test runner class, okay, I have created this. Okay, so whenever I am creating one object of child class, okay, so here it is asking me to give one argument because that is a parameterized constructor. Say I will give here 90. Okay, so as we know, constructor gets invoked when an object is created, right? So this child class constructor will get invoked, and from this child class constructor we are calling the parent class constructor using super keyword. So obviously then this constructor will get initialized, and it will what it will do, like it will initialize the x variable of parent class, right? So now if I write here c dot show, okay, c dot show, then from here actually we are calling this method, okay, show method of child class, and inside this show method I am calling the show method of parent class using super keyword. So it will show the value of x of parent class and child class both. Okay, so let me run this one. Okay, so the value of variable named x in the parent class is 90. The value of variable named x in the child class is 90. I hope you are clear on super keyword. Thank you for watching this video.